Real shit, real spit, you gotta feel this.
We on TV, we so fly. We on TV, we so fly.
It's that fly trap. Real shit, real spit, you gotta feel this. It's that fly trap. Real shit, real spit, you gotta feel this.
We on TV, we so fly. We on TV, we so fly.
It's that fly trap. Real shit, real spit, you gotta feel this.
We on TV, we so fly. We on TV, we so fly.
Said I'd be rich one day, they thought that I was Maybelline. Said you won't believe all of the people out in Maybelline. I got all the strength from all the niggas that put weight on me. I'ma make a meal for every nigga that do hate on me. They knocked me down, I shook it off and got my shit together. I said fuck them all, know I was ball, we gon' be rich forever. For the ones that's loyal by my side, we gon' get rich together. I collected all them broken pieces, put some shit together. I done dreamed a lot, they seen a lot, and I done done it all. If the play don't involve making me bald, and I am not involved. The ones that spoil me with loyalty. You know I got it all, do I give two fucks if you don't fuck with me, nigga, not at all. It's crazy you ain't with me in the end, baby. Remember the beginning, I told you I would win, baby. A couple niggas that I fucked with back then, baby. They was just some niggas that I knew they ain't my friends, baby. Yeah, the whole time I thought you believed in the visions. Been a long grind that somebody seen in a minute. This is my life, I'm making no reason to live it. It's a lock on my heart, but ain't no key to get it. Never said I was perfect, made mistakes, I can admit that. When it's done with passion, I can't you hate, no I don't get that. I put everything I got up on my name, make sure my shit stamped. All the ones that threw dirt up on my name, I won't forget that. All the ones that stay down through the rain, we closer than close. I ain't saying I'm the greatest, but shit, I'm closer than most. I chosen few sit at this table, so I'm proposing a toast. Let's hold it down. I had to talk with myself like, bro, you gotta make a way. And all this pain that I go through, I know that it won't fade away. Had to congratulate my past, it made me who I am today. Said I'd be rich one day, they thought that I was Maybelline. Said you won't believe all of the people out in Maybelline. I got all the strength from all the niggas that put weight on me. I'ma make a meal for every nigga that do hate on me. They knocked me down, I shook it off and got my shit together. I said fuck them all, know I was ball, we gon' be rich forever. For the ones that's loyal by my side, we gon' get rich together. I collected all them broken pieces, put some shit together.
Keep It Quilted means you keep it the best. 3 layers.
Like this bitch, yo. Okay. Nick killed my dog, had to turn to John. Hold up. Okay, look. Nick kill my dog, had to turn to John Wick. That nigga say he flew flamin', he ain't never hit a lick. I had to cut the nigga off, that nigga dissed and foul shit. Now he turned to a stranger, he can't ask me for shit. Whole life full of danger, I done seen plenty shit. You don't know how to grind, you don't know how we live. I ain't tripping off no friends, I'm getting big for these kids. And if he disrespect my kids, I might just pop a nigga wig. I'm just hoping God forgive me for the shit that I done did. I ain't never had my hands out, I get it how I live. I can't vent out to these niggas, I can't speak up to these folks. I done caught myself trying to follow trends, but now I'm woke. I'll be watching from afar, I'll be chilling on the low. He the only one caught, and he snitched on his bro. That's the reason why I only do my dirt on my own. And if I ever did some shit and got away, you won't know. I'm just trying to speak some knowledge to my folks, let them know. And when you get your money up, all that trust shit get low. Nigga kill my dog, had to turn to John. Hold up. Okay, look. Nigga kill my dog, had to turn to John Wick. That nigga say he flew flamin', he ain't never hit a lick. I had to cut the nigga off, that nigga dissed and foul shit. Now he turned to a stranger, he can't ask me for shit. Whole life full of danger, I done seen plenty shit. You don't know how to grind, you don't know how we live. Can't wait to see my mama smile, I make it off these rhymes. My mama getting everything, these hoes don't get a dime. I'm quick to cut a bitch off, she wasting all my time. She said I'm hella selfish, I be rapping all the time. Can't wait till my wrist froze, I'm trying to get it, bitch. I get irritated fast, don't be asking me about shit. When it's time to let it go, I let her go, I let it rip. I'm never stressing by the hoe, I send my bro to fuck the bitch. My nigga Dollar past the wood, that's on the game, this shit got kicked. He ain't never in the hood, but he claim it, that ain't it. I ain't tripping, living good, on some real player shit. When they took my nigga Nitty, man, it really left me sick. Nigga kill my dog, had to turn to John. Hold up. Okay, look. Nigga kill my dog, had to turn to John Wick. That nigga say he flew flamin', he ain't never hit a lick. I had to cut the nigga off, that nigga dissed and foul shit. Now he turned to a stranger, he can't ask me for shit. Whole life full of danger, I done seen plenty shit. You don't know how to grind, you don't know how we live.
Yo, yo, yo. Let's go. Yo, yo, yo. All right, we Gucci. My nigga AJ in the motherfucking building. What's the deal, my nigga? Yeah, man, I had to tap in, man, after this little storm and shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, whatever. Yeah, man, nigga had to go. I had to make a video, man, after this goddamn storm, bro. It's time to decode this matrix. You heard me? It's time to decode this matrix, man. First of all, I hope everybody made it home safely. I hope everybody is safe and got out of the way of this bullshit, which wasn't really nothing, but I guess it was something to some people. You heard me? Tonight's topic, man, decoding the motherfucking matrix, bro. What do you think is real? What do you think is fake? And can they both exist? Can you have something real in a fake world? If the world is fake, can anything in that fake world be real? You know what I'm saying? And what bring me to this topic is take these what bring me to this topic is, a lot of people think this is reality. A lot of us, we think this is real life. We think that this is our real reality. And I don't think it is. I think we live in a simulation. You know what I'm saying? I think everything in this world was placed in this world. It was put in this world and it's controlled. A lot of times we call it God. People call it God. People call it Mother Nature and all that. But I don't believe that nothing is natural in this world. The weather is controlled. Uh, the animals, man, all of this shit. The population. When it come to population control, it's not just humans. It's everything. It's everything that we deal with. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about this matrix shit, man. How do you get out of the matrix? How do you get yourself out of this motherfucking matrix? The first way is you got to realize that nothing in this world is real. When you die, when we die, we don't take none of this shit with us. Our kids, our money, the shit we work hard for, our social security numbers, our IDs, driver's licenses. We don't take none of this shit with us. Our accolades and awards and all these different type of things. Things we work so hard to achieve here, we don't take that shit with us when we go. And when we leave it behind, the people who we leave it behind to, it really don't mean as much to them as it did to us. You know what I'm saying? So that shit become uh locked away in somebody's closet, basement, attic, or whatever. You know what I mean? And shit. So I know a lot of people don't see it from this point of view, from this perspective. You know what I'm saying? That this shit is a simulation. People think that this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Just because we're having an experience, a real experience that we touch, feel, all of these different things, none of this shit is real. None of us remember being born into this world. Even though that there was witnesses, there's proof, our parents tell us what happened in the hospital room, all that shit, but none of us remember being born. Just like a dream. When you come into a dream, none of us, we don't have recollection of being born into that dream. When you go into a dream, you don't recall your childhood. You literally go into that moment, into that dream. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Matrix was trying to tell you. The Matrix was trying to let us know that this world that we're born into is not the real reality. It's just a dream. So we all lucid dreaming. Once you wake up to the reality that none of this shit is real and that we're just having a dream, that you're just dreaming, then we all lucid dream. You know what I'm saying? When you remember your dream, that's a part of lucid dreaming. Is when you remember what the fuck happened in your dream. So, um, the only way to get out of this motherfucker, man, is through death. The only way up out of here is through death. There's different layers. There's different experiences. There's different um ethers. Whatever you want to call this shit, right? And so, in order to move through these different places, the only way through these places is, through other life forms, through traveling spiritually, all these different things. A lot of people uh, need to go within themselves instead of reading books, instead of following other people's work, other people's ideology. You need to go into yourself and understand that this shit is whatever you want it to be. And that's why they say that life is what we want it to be. And it's real. Life is what you want it to be. Because you're dreaming. This is a fucking dream. You know what I mean? We was looking at the clouds, right? And we're literally looking in between like two trees from our porch. And on the right, all the clouds is going right. And on the left, all the clouds is going left. But it's like they're in the same area. None of this shit is real. Even our sky, bro, the sky is nothing but a ceiling. The sky is not, it's not space. It's not a place you can go to. Everything you see in the sky, it's a refraction, right? It's really on the ground, but it's just we're looking at the refraction inside, up at the sky, up at the ceiling. It's the projection. And you know me, we watch movies on the projector all the time. What's being projected on the screen is not really on the screen. The shit is coming from somewhere else. You heard me? And shit. So let me cut on these comments. None of this shit, man. We just gotta really wake up, man. People really just gotta wake up. And it's kind of funny that I say people need to wake up because that's you wake up through death, right? So when we die here, you wake up into another world. This is what we consider waking up. You know what I'm saying? You wake up into that world from this dream. And who knows, when you die in that reality, you wake up to another reality. You know what I'm saying? So the shit don't stop. And this is why the ancestors said that we don't die. Life keeps going forever and ever and ever. The spirit does not die. This human body, um, it deteriorates. You know what I'm saying? But us as humans, our spirits, we don't die. This shit it's a big dream. We're all experiencing the same dream. You know what I'm saying? You die in this world, you wake up from this dream. Even the people in this world, you might not never like in another world. I can be your coworker, and you know what I'm saying. We don't really even know each other like that. But in this world, you probably was my cousin, my road dog, some shit like that. So we're all experiencing the same dreams, different realities at the same time. And this goes to my theory that when a man have an ejection during sex, the reason why we release so many sperms is because every time we have an orgasm, we're literally releasing all the spirits, the souls, all the souls that are already here. So every time you bring another child into this world, we release everybody that's already in this world along with the child because that child is now experiencing this world with everybody else. That's here. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a theory of mine. You know, when we bust nuts, that's why we release so many sperm, is because, you know, we releasing all the people that's already here that's going to be a part of this child experience. You feel what I'm saying? Um, when we look at Buddhist monks and shit like that, how they walk on coals and, you know, they don't feel pain and you know, all this shit, you know what I'm saying? You get in touch with your kundalini and, you know, you can fly, you can do all this special shit. These people there literally, majority of their time is meditation. Meditation is nothing but a form of sleep. Everything we do in this world, sleep is the cure of everything that we go through. Rest, sleep. And that's why they made sleep a lazy thing. That's why they made it bad. That's why they tell you, oh, you know, sleeping is lazy. That's for lazy people. Motherfuckers say I sleep when I die. And that's not even right, because nigga, when you die is when you wake up. So how the fuck is you gonna sleep when when you die? But when you die is when you actually wake the fuck up. You feel what I'm saying? So no, your body needs rest. It needs rest. It needs sleep. Everything needs sleep. Everything is like, we live in a world where things happen on cycles. Things happen on cycles. Things have to be reset, right? So when we go to sleep, that's all we're doing, is we're resetting ourselves. We're resetting our minds, our bodies, and all that. It's just like the sun. Every day that there's a new day, the moon is the mom and the sun is the child. So naturally, the mom is giving birth to a new son every day, right? So we really need that shit, bro. We really need that shit. I don't meditate. I'm not spiritual. I'm not religious. I don't get into none of that shit. I'm within myself. I'm deep within myself. I'm not deep into none of that shit. Life is not that deep. Life is as simple as planting a seed in something. That's how simple life is. Life is not that deep at all. Um, you've never asked, like, have you ever thought, how do these motherfuckers know like every fucking animal in the world? Like, how can they tell us how many tigers it is, how many bears it is, all the different fish species of birds it is, all this shit? Like, who named these animals, bro? Who named the buffalo a fucking buffalo? Who named the chicken a chicken? Like, who was the ones who had the power of naming these animals? The people who created these goddamn animals. All the names that we have, these are the names that was created for us to pick from. If you ever created an avatar in a video game or anything, you get to pick everything about this, you know, this person, tattoos, ability, you know, all these different things you get to put together. And that's the same thing. You get to put together their nose, their lips, their eyes, the shape, the color, mustache, all this shit. And it's the same thing with us. There's so many different mixtures that you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? We're not just going to start creating new species of humans. We're not just going, you know, it's no such thing. We all have somebody that look like us. We all have somebody that look like us. We all got a twin or some shit like that. I'm quite sure people hear all the time. Oh man, you look just like somebody I know. I don't like hearing that shit because I don't know who the fuck that person is or what the fuck that person did, and I am not them. But that's what this shit is, man. Everything in this world was put here, and the more knowledge that you get from this world, the more false it become, the more fake it become. This is why everybody wants you to follow some shit. They want you to follow some type of religion. They want you to follow some type of organization, you know, some political party, whatever the case may be. You know, gangs, uh, motherfuckers recruiting people for schools. You know, this shit is a facade. None of this shit is real, bro. None of this shit is real, man. We die and forget all this shit. As you get older, you start to lose your memory. You know, you start forgetting people names and all that type of shit. Because that's the plan. The plan is when you go into your next world, you got to start all over. You have to start all over from the beginning. So I just think, you know, when we die, I don't know, we just wake up to another world, man. You know, I don't believe in heaven, hell. I don't believe in none of that shit. I just have this feeling that in order for you to save your mind, in order for you to save yourself, it's not about being healthy physically. It's about being healthy mentally, right? You gotta work that brain muscle. You gotta work that brain muscle and try to escape this shit, man. Mentally, right? Because the worst slave is a mental slave. When you think you free, something's wrong. And we all seem to think that we're on the middle ground where we can go to heaven or hell. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. We're following other people's thoughts instead of digging in ourselves. If we dig within ourselves and we start linking with people who thought alike, right? Who thought alike, you know how much more better this place could be. We say we want this place to be a better place, but we really don't. We're not trying to do nothing to get us there. You got people who defending the fact that they control the weather. You got people defending the fact that they control our minds. You got people defending, I hate when people think they smart and they want to have a conversation with me, or they think that they finna teach me something and they teach me the same shit that I learned in school. You regurgitating the same shit we always taught. I was taught that shit before, bro. You're not teaching me shit. I heard it before. Now, can I give you a perspective that you ain't heard before? I hate that. I hate when people think they sound smart because they follow other people. You listen to other people. You done read some shit somewhere and you fucking think you know something. You done saw something somewhere and you think you know something. You can call somebody and get their opinion and you take that shit as truth and you think you know something. You don't know shit. You regurgitating. If you want to know something, you have to know. You have to go within yourself and figure out how can I unlock the truth, you know, to my cupid. Because a lot of times we say, "Oh, the child didn't ask to be here." We tell our parents, "I didn't ask to be here." In reality, you fucking did ask to be here. And then you get here and they tell you that this shit is whatever you want it to be, and you turn this shit into whatever somebody else wanted to be. What somebody else said this shit is. People need to really wake the fuck up to flat Earth. Because if you ain't a flat earther, I don't know. I People be thinking us flat earthers is dumb, but I really think that globe earthers are the dumb ones. Because look at the shit we believe in. We believe in aliens. Motherfuckers believe in other planets that motherfuckers can travel to in spaceships and like all this sci-fi shit. And this shit don't make no sense, bro. But you know, I think people need to get into flat Earth, man. If you start learning about flat Earth, like real flat Earth, then you'll start unlocking shit that's inside of yourself, and this shit will start showing you that none of this shit is really real. None of this shit is really real, bro. Our minds are being controlled, by some bullshit. And if we was in other countries, we really wouldn't even have a choice to believe what we want to believe. People are forced to believe what they want to believe. And majority of black Americans don't even want to fucking be Americans. We don't even want to be here. But I guarantee you, wherever the fuck you think you from, if you go back there, you ain't gonna have as many opportunities to be what the fuck you can be here. And this is why a lot of us aren't leaders, bro. This is why a lot of us aren't real leaders. We're not real influencers and shit. Because how can I lead somebody if I'm leading them with someone else's information? Where the fuck am I gonna lead them to? Where the same place that the person information I took is at. Dead. Gone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do a build on flat earth though. I'm gonna start doing these presentations and shit, you know what I'm saying, where I screen share and all that shit and show these presentations and stuff so I can start showing people what I be talking about and stuff. But I just had to go live tonight, man, on this matrix. Just looking at everything and thinking that calling this shit mother nature, thinking that rain is fucking natural, right? Majority shit, all of the plants, all of the trees, that shit they pull water from under the ground. The best water is spring water that springs out of the ground. We don't need if it never rained again, we'll be straight. We'll be straight if it never rained again. But people think that this shit is natural. It's mother nature being mad. God mad at us. Our father God is mad at us, and mother nature is mad at us because they both fucking us up, right? And shit. So Neo, You need to wake the fuck up, Neo. You need to wake the fuck up and understand that uh the real you is probably somewhere else in a whole nother reality right now, being something that you're not even is in that reality. You know what I mean? So yeah, this was just a little quick little stream, man, to tap in. And for all the people who be losing their lives and who done lost lives due to these storms and these weather patterns and shit, it's crazy, bro. People is being taken out. People is being executed and murdered. And we blaming this shit on nature. We straight blaming this shit on nature when there's no such thing as nature, bro. There's no such thing as natural in this world. There's no such thing as something being real in a simulation. If you in a simulation, nothing in that shit is real. Nothing is real. But I'm a little, you know, I don't all the way think that this is a simulation because of like little shit, you know, like disease and just little shit, like splinters and shit like that. Like, why the fuck? You know how a nigga get a splinter in a simulation? But anyway, but yeah, man, we gotta decode this shit, bro. We really gotta start decoding this shit, and all the information that's out there that's on the surface is not going to help us get the fuck out of this hole. It's not going to help us see. It's not going to help us come together. I think that these people, they know what they doing to keep you here. So many people believe in reincarnation, and that's the worst thing that can happen is for you to keep coming back to prison, right? Keep coming back to prison over and over and over and over again. Now imagine if they can put your ass inside the metaverse. Imagine if you do a crime and they punish you to life inside of fucking the metaverse. Nigga, you ain't gonna never die in the metaverse. You gonna literally do life, bro. You gonna be in that bitch for 100,000 years, nigga, being a fucking in prison forever, doing life for real. We gotta really start looking at this shit. We gotta start looking at, you know, how they, how they got our kids and even us as adults. You know what I'm saying? How they got us. They got us so into this virtual reality shit, creating avatars and all these VR goggles and all that type of shit. They got us so into that, so into, taking your hard earned money and exchanging that shit for V bucks and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? They got us really transitioning over into a whole nother futuristic world, and we don't even see that shit. We don't even see that shit. In a minute, niggas is gonna be really living inside of the metaverse. Niggas gonna really be living inside of the metaverse, and this shit gonna be like some desert world type shit. Niggas gonna be out here scavenging and shit, nigga, and all the trees gonna be fucked up. Nature gonna be fucked up. Everything gonna be fucked up. It's gonna be hard for motherfucking regular people to survive who's not willing to go into that world. You know what I'm saying? But once you go into that motherfucker, who knows? You probably can sign 1,000-year contract and be alive, nigga. They can keep you alive for 1,000 years inside that motherfucker. Where the physical you is gone, right? But your likeness and everything about you is trapped inside of this simulation. So you can still feel, you can still do all that shit for 1,000 years. You in this motherfucking metaverse, a slave. So I feel like we need to. They building a simulation in a simulation is what the fuck they doing. It's literally a simulation inside of a simulation. So we got to get out this simulation, man. The secondary simulation. We have to get out that secondary simulation and get back into the real us, the real who we are, and what we came here to do, what we came here to be. Because my goal is to not come back to this motherfucker. I want to wake up into a whole nother reality, bro. I don't want to wake up into this world. I want to wake up into a whole nother reality where I can actually have some type of power or some type of control over my life for real. Because if you think you got control over your life, my nigga, you tripping. If you think you got control over your children, you tripping. If you think you got control over your money, your property, your anything, if you don't even got control of your fucking car. You know what I'm saying? Too many tickets, nigga, they taking your shit. Like, man, we don't got no control here. No control at all. And people think that they got power. You in a powerless world. How can you have power in a powerless world? It's impossible. That's why we call this shit ego trips and power trips. You can't have power in this world. It's always somebody over somebody. And it's always somebody over that somebody. And you ain't we will never get to the top of who really runs and controls shit. The easy answer is, oh, it's a creator. That's the easy answer. It's a creator. But nobody is really trying to dig deep within themselves and figure out the real answers. People got love problems, people got financial problems, people got depression problems, people got mental problems, people got all type of problems. And you're still looking on the outside for somebody to come and help you with something that's going on with you on the inside. The only way for you to put yourself in the right position, my nigga, is to dig within yourself. But you all it look, if 90% of the information out here is fake and it's not real information, the real information is locked within you. It's locked inside of you. You got to go within yourself to get that real information. Or we gonna keep following behind this bullshit, bro. And who knows? Maybe maybe motherfuckers is leading us to a hell. Maybe people are leading us to a place, where we are slaves for eternity. Uh, where I come from, bro, don't nobody give a fuck about us but us, bro. If something sounds too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, the shit is, man. You got to live like that. Most of these people, all these people tell you sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. They got to sacrifice to be in the positions that they in. Why you always got to sacrifice some just to get somewhere, bro? Niggas don't live like that, my nigga. Either you got to sacrifice or you got to work hard and be dedicated. Which one? Because it's a lot of niggas out here working hard and being dedicated, but without the sacrifice, they not going as high as the next motherfucker. And I'm not talking about no sacrificing people. I'm talking about like just sacrificing, being away from your kids to go to this job you don't want to be at. Things like that, bro. Like we sacrifice shit all the time that we shouldn't have to sacrifice, bro. It's fucked up that these kids got to live in this fucked up ass world because they got fucked up ass parents, who's living a fucked up ass life. We think that we doing something. We think we on the path to go somewhere, and we're not going anywhere. Everybody is about right now and what's in our face and what's happening right now. I don't give a fuck about what's happening right now. I don't give a fuck about nothing outside these doors, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause I can't. Everybody's a cupid. You was here. You came here on a mission, man, and you need to be trying to figure out what the fuck that mission is. That goal is. I know what my mission was. My mission was for me to realize that this shit ain't real. That was my whole mission in life, was for me to get to a point to where I realized that, hey, if you're gonna make it to the next level, you gotta protect, your pureness, bro. You gotta protect who you really are if you want to go to the next level. And that was my answer, to just stop believing every fucking thing. Stop believing shit. There's no benefits in believing, bro. Knowing is better than believing. There's no benefits in believing. So I don't want to believe in other people. I don't want to believe. I want to believe in myself. I want to trust my thought process. I want to trust my decision making. I want to trust me, right? So I got to a point to where other people might say that the way I think is crazy, or it's different. But hey, that's my goal. It's for me to be me, for me to think how I think, and for me to think different from you. And you should think different from the next motherfucker, bro. You gotta dig deeper, man. You gotta dig deeper. Whatever happened in this life stays in this world. This shit is Vegas. That's why they call Vegas Sin City, nigga. Because the earth is hell. The earth is hell. And this Sin City. You hear me? Nigga, we live in Sin City. All right, man. Shit. We're about to rock out to this motherfucking John Wick. And for everybody who tapped in, for everybody who tap in the future, my nigga AJ, you know, I appreciate you jumping in the chat, my nigga. You heard me. You always been a real nigga. Uh, yeah, nigga, I finna sip on this bottle and smoke me a fatty and kick back. Hope another piece of this storm slide through, man. We need some water. Let's go. Let's motherfucking go. Hello, hello.
Hey, you didn't like this bitch, yo. Okay. Nick killed my dog, had to turn to John. Hold up. Okay, look. Nick killed my dog, had to turn to John Wick. That nigga say he flew flaming, he ain't never hit a lick. I had to cut the nigga off, that nigga did some foul shit. Now he turned to a stranger, he can't ask me for shit. Whole life full of danger, I done seen plenty shit. You don't know how to grind, you don't know how we live. I ain't tripping off no friends, I'm getting big for these kids. And if he disrespect my kids, I might just pop a nigga wig. I'm just hoping God forgive me for the shit that I done did. I ain't never had my hands out, I get it how I live. I can't vent out to these niggas, I can't speak up to these folks. I done caught myself trying to follow trends, but now I'm woke. I'll be watching from afar, I'll be chilling on the low. He the only one caught, and he snitched on his bro. That's the reason why I only do my dirt on my own. And if I ever did some shit and got away, you won't know. I'm just trying to speak some knowledge to my folks, let them know. And when you get your money up, all that trust shit get low. Nick killed my dog, had to turn to John. Hold up. Okay, look. Nick killed my dog, had to turn to John Wick. That nigga say he flew flaming, he ain't never hit a lick. I had to cut the nigga off, that nigga did some foul shit. Now he turned to a stranger, he can't ask me for shit. Whole life full of danger, I done seen plenty shit. You don't know how to grind, you don't know how we live. Can't wait to see my mama smile, I make it off these rhymes. My mama getting everything, these hoes don't get a dime. I'm quick to cut a bitch off, she wasting all my time. She said I'm hella selfish, I be rapping all the time. Can't wait till my wrist froze, I'm trying to get it, bitch. I get irritated fast, don't be asking me about shit. When it's time to let it go, I let her go, I let it rip. I'm never stressing by the hoe, I send my bro to fuck the bitch. My nigga Dollar pass the wood, that's on the game, this shit got kicked. He ain't never in the hood, but he claim it, that ain't it. I ain't tripping, living good, on some real player shit. When they took my nigga Nitty, man, it really left me sick. Nick killed my dog, had to turn to John. Hold up. Okay, look. Nick killed my dog, had to turn to John Wick. That nigga say he flew flaming, he ain't never hit a lick. I had to cut the nigga off, that nigga did some foul shit. Now he turned to a stranger, he can't ask me for shit. Whole life full of danger, I done seen plenty shit. You don't know how to grind, you don't know how we live.
Yeah, my nigga, look, AJ, man, tap in. We got nigga number. Nigga, we in the same group chat. Nigga, all that shit, tap in. I'm ready whenever, bro. I'm ready whenever, man. Just holla at your boy, homie. And with that being said, I'm out this bitch. Peace.